Welcome to Golden Rule Wisdom, where ancient stories illuminate modern lives, guiding us toward deeper understanding and true spiritual awakening. Today we explore a fable about a donkey and a jackal, revealing how comfort often becomes a greater test than hardship. Once upon a time, there lived a donkey who suffered greatly under a cruel master, working hard but receiving little food. Day after day, he carried heavy burdens that strained his weak back, his ribs showing clearly through his dusty, matted coat. His master was heartless and stingy, offering no gratitude for the labor, leaving the poor beast hungry and incredibly weak. In those dark nights, the donkey was humble and quiet, his spirit broken by the constant struggle for mere survival. He believed this suffering was his destiny, never daring to dream of a better life or a stomach full of grass. However, fate intervened when a clever jackal noticed the starving animal and felt a sudden pang of sympathy for him. The jackal approached the trembling donkey and spoke of a secret world where food was abundant and masters were absent. At first, the donkey was terrified of breaking the rules, but the gnawing pain of hunger made him listen closely. With guidance from his new friend, the donkey pushed the loose latch and the door swung open to the night. They walked together into the darkness, the donkey following the jackal with timid steps, unsure of what lay ahead. The jackal led him to a hidden vegetable garden, protected only by a low fence that was easy to breach. Squeezing through a gap, the donkey beheld a paradise of crisp cucumbers and sweet cabbages, more than he could imagine. He ate with reckless abandon, savoring every bite, feeling the strength slowly returning to his tired and worn-out body. Night after night, they returned to the garden, and the donkey feasted until his belly was full and round. The transformation was remarkable. His coat became shiny, his ribs disappeared, and he stood tall with a new vitality. He no longer walked with the shuffle of a slave, but strutted with the pride of a well-fed creature. The wise jackal noticed this change, seeing that the donkey's humility was fading as his physical strength increased daily. One particular night, the moon was full and bright, casting a silver glow over the garden that felt almost intoxicating. The donkey, having eaten his fill, felt a surge of energy and happiness that he had never experienced before. He turned to the jackal with a gleam in his eye, declaring that the night was too beautiful for silence. He announced grandly that he intended to sing a song, believing his voice would perfectly complement the beautiful moonlight. The jackal was horrified and begged him to stop, warning that his loud braying would surely alert the sleeping guards. But the donkey scoffed at the warning, accusing the jackal of being a coward who could not appreciate true artistry. The jackal tried to reason, explaining that to human ears, a donkey's bray is not music, but a terrible noise. Ignoring all logic, the donkey stretched his neck, convinced that his powerful voice was a gift the world needed to hear. The jackal realized that the donkey's newfound comfort had blinded him to the reality of their dangerous situation. When we become too comfortable, our ego often grows larger than our wisdom, leading us to ignore those who protect us. Seeing there was no stopping him, the jackal said, "Wait until I have jumped over the fence to safety." The clever jackal quickly vaulted over the fence and vanished into the shadows, leaving the foolish donkey alone with his pride. Alone and delusional, the donkey closed his eyes, imagining an audience waiting breathlessly for his magnificent musical performance to begin. He threw his head back and let out a deafening bray that shattered the silence of the peaceful night. Inside the nearby hut, the sleeping guards were rudely awakened by the terrible noise echoing from their precious vegetable garden. The donkey continued to scream into the night, lost in his fantasy, completely unaware of the angry footsteps approaching him. Suddenly the garden gate burst open, and the guards rushed in, wielding heavy sticks and shouting in fury. The donkey's artistic trance was broken instantly as he saw the men charging at him with weapons instead of applause. They descended upon him with no mercy, beating him soundly for his theft and for ruining their night's sleep. Bruised and battered, the donkey managed to scramble toward the fence, his body aching from the severe punishment. With a final desperate effort, he squeezed through the gap in the fence, escaping the garden but carrying deep wounds. He collapsed on the dusty road outside, gasping for breath, his earlier pride completely replaced by pain and humiliation. The jackal emerged quietly from the shadows, looking down at his battered friend with a mixture of pity and wisdom. He spoke softly, reminding the donkey that his warning had been an act of friendship, not an insult to his talent. The donkey could only groan in agreement, finally understanding that his arrogance had blinded him to the obvious danger. This story mirrors the human condition. We often keep our focus during hard times but lose our way in comfort. When life goes well, confidence can easily turn into arrogance, making us believe we are invincible and above the rules. The donkey learned that a full belly does not change your nature, and comfort should not lead to carelessness. True wisdom lies in remaining humble even when you are successful, and staying alert even when you feel safe. We must also learn to value the warnings of those who care for us, seeing them as protection, not criticism. Ignoring wise counsel because of our ego is a fast track to disaster, just as the donkey found out tonight. As the sun began to rise, the donkey limped back to his reality, carrying a lesson he would never forget. He understood now that the jackal was not jealous of his voice, but fearful for his life and safety. Remember, most people do not lose their way during the storm, but rather when the sea is calm and still. Success is a test of character. If you let it feed your ego, it will eventually destroy what you built. Let us strive to be like the wise jackal, seeing reality clearly and avoid the foolishness of the arrogant donkey. Keep your mind clear and your ego in check, so that when you speak, your voice brings value, not violence. Do not let the intoxication of a good moment cloud your judgment or make you deaf to the voice of reason. We all have moments where we want to shout our greatness to the world, but timing and context are everything. The world will always have guards waiting to punish our mistakes, so we must navigate our path with humble caution. Protect your wisdom like a delicate flame. Do not let the winds of pride or comfort blow it out completely. As we conclude this tale, look at your own life and ask, are you listening to the jackals who warn you, or are you preparing to sing a foolish song that will bring unnecessary trouble to your peaceful and happy existence? Embrace humility, practice active listening, and maintain your awareness, for these are the true keys to a lasting happiness. Sometimes, simple grass eaten in safety is far sweeter than exotic vegetables stolen at the risk of your own life. And true friends will tell you the truth even when it hurts, and wise people will thank them for their honesty. Let this story be a reminder to seek inner peace rather than external validation through loud and boastful displays. Freedom is not just doing whatever you want, it is having the wisdom to know what you should not do. May you walk your path with the strength of the donkey, but the sharp wit and caution of the jackal. Stay grounded when you are high, stay quiet when you are safe, and always value the safety of your companions. As the sun sets on our story, let the lessons settle in your heart, guiding your actions in days to come. Thank you for joining us on this journey of wisdom, exploring the delicate balance between confidence and dangerous arrogance. If this story resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need this reminder in their life today. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more timeless fables that bring ancient wisdom into our modern world. Stay humble Stay wise and always follow the golden rule in everything you do, no matter how successful you become. Thank you for watching Golden Rule Wisdom. Until next time, may your life be filled with peace and true understanding.